Fans are waiting for the official Love is Blind reunion, but in the meantime, everyone is still gushing over Lauren Speed and Cameron Hamilton's love story. As one of the only two couples to say "I do" at the end of the show, they were a standout and fan favorite from the beginning. Lauren recently spoke about what married life is like now that the cameras have stopped rolling.
Viewers watched as Lauren struggled with the idea of giving up her independence in her marriage. In one scene, she spoke openly about her fears of leaving her apartment and the life she built for herself to merge her life with her potential husband. She even asked Cameron if he would be upset if she kept her apartment and moved into his home.
In an exclusive interview with Madame Noire, Lauren admitted that she kept her apartment for a while, despite moving into Cameron's home after their wedding. "I kept the apartment for 3 months after the show wrapped. It was for that bumper, transition time, but after that 3 months, I gave it up. I let it go."
Looking back on the situation now, she chalks it up to being single for so long. "I did go through a hard time right after the show because it was such a drastic change in my life," she said. "Like I said numerous times on the show, I had been alone for a long time. I was really used to having my own space and I was set in my own ways, so having to do a complete 180, for me it was definitely a transition."
Luckily, she had Cameron by her side to support her as she went through the motions.
A year and a half after filming Wrapped, fans were thrilled to learn that Lauren and Cameron are still married and figuring out life together. They were bound by contracts to keep their status under wraps until the finale aired. Though it was difficult to do so, the privacy helped the two to work through any issues out of the public eye.
"That's a lot to go through and transition into, but that's also a good reason then that we had this buffer time in between the show coming out," she said. "We needed that time to grow into each other and reflect on everything and get comfortable with our experience and our relationship before the hot light hit us. So that's why I can talk about that type of stuff in this interview now, because I had that time to go through that transition. I'm grateful for it."
They celebrated their one-year anniversary with a tropical vacation in Mexico and have been side by side at events in promotion of the show. Thankfully for fans, they are finally able to showcase their love on social media.